Welcome back, Fun Fam. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in to follow the Bradley's Fun. My name is Ron E. Bradley, and I hope that wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day. Welcome to the Daily Dish. Speaking of the day, as of the recording this is the 12th day of September 2024. What a year. Here we are. It is going by. It is going by. I just got off the WDW Pro show recording, not a live pro show, but just a recording with WDW Pro. So I was, he reached out to me and I'm like, yes, I can record in the morning, but it has to be before or after my show. And then like, I want to say that I got a message about 10 minutes to 9. He's like, can we do it at 9 o'clock? I'm like, sure, let's go for it. So yes, so that video will be out in a few moments. I don't know, maybe an hour. Check the WDW Pro show. This one is already scheduled to stream right into culture. So if you're watching this, first of all, for those of you that are here, click the like button, please. Let's get that stream out to as many people as possible. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, and of course, click the notification bell. Where is it? Ding, right over there. Click the notification bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. And if you're watching on the replay, please do leave a comment before you head out the door. Let us know maybe where you're from, or just comment replay gang, or, you know, whatever you want to comment. But thank you so much for being here, all of you. I see Native Hawaiian says, when pro calls, you go. You know, I try as much as possible. I try. It is really funny, from going from last December when I got my first email from Pro, can you be on the show? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I was super excited. Like, I mean, this is like, I would love to be on Valiant Renegade. That's my next, my next step up would be, I don't know if that's, I mean, Pro's past Valiant in subscriber numbers, but they're both just, oh, right on the money. And there's so many other streamers out there who do just a phenomenal job. Drunk 3PO, Jay, who I've met and I've talked to, and man, so I'd like to stream. Hopefully, I'll be on his show sometime. I think he just passed 100K, so big giant congratulations to him. Pro moving up so fast, just past 90K subscribers. I am so excited for all of my fellow colleagues. And when Pro first welcomed me as a fellow colleague last December, when I had, I don't know how many, 5,000 subscribers. I don't know how many I had, but yeah, we're obviously we're wanting to grow, and we're growing now because of all of you. You are the energon that makes all of this work. And with that in mind, I'm going to say hi to everybody in just a second. But first, let's get the right ticker on here, because we are not starting soon. We have started already. So we'll do this ticker instead. And I want to celebrate everybody who is here today. Obviously, we love to do our celebration here on the channel when anybody drops supers or memberships or becomes a member or a PayPal, any of those types of things. So I always like to start off by showing you what that celebration looks like, because we hope to play it several times during the show. So before we get going, I'm going to say hi to everybody in just a minute. Let's celebrate.
Too much?
Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
still dancing. Last night I did a stream with Ozark Matt. What on earth just happened? All of the little things that go on in here. All kinds of microscopic things going on in there. You don't know. It just makes sense sometimes. And then you end up talking like this the whole time. All right. Let's say hi to everybody that is here in the chat. Little Mouse 27 says, hi, hello, Little Mouse in the house. And we've got Tom F. Hello, Tom F. So Tom, I'm going to tell you what I did. Last night, the stream went really well. One of the things I figured out is that my internet in the morning, I guess maybe there's a lot of people in my building or something that work from home, but my internet in the morning is lower than it is at night. At night, internet works better. Second of all, I switched browsers. So I'm using a different browser than I have normally used in the past. Normally, in the past, I was using the Google Chrome browser. And I'm bringing up my task manager right now to see what all is going on. And I don't have as many things running in the background. I should. Whoa, what is this? Why does Microsoft Edge say it's running? Let's end that task. I've got 5 indications of Microsoft Edge running in the background right now. And I don't know why. Why would that be? I haven't started Microsoft Edge. So that is weird that Microsoft Edge, which is not something I started, is running in the background. There's no reason for the end task. All right, let's get rid of that. And I'm trying to see if there's anything else running in the background. Doesn't look like, there's a lot of services, but a lot of those services you technically need. But hopefully things are at least a little bit smoother this morning because I'm using the DuckDuckGo browser, which limits things from running in the background. Tom F. Native Hawaiian says, good morning to Tom F. Hey there. This was me saying, give me just a minute because I was running a little bit behind because we finished our recording right at 9:30. My recording with WDW Pro. We're talking about extremely low crowd levels at Disney World right now, which is the case. Okay, water, dry. I know I got some water on me right there. Dylan Soup says, hey, Ron, what's up, chat? Hello, Mr. Dylan Soup. Juliet says, good afternoon. Follow the Bradleys and chat. And Native Hawaiian says, when Pro calls, you go. That is true for the most part. What I was saying before is that, so all that I was talking about Pro before is that since then, there have been at least 3 or 4 Pro shows or Pro recordings that I've had to miss for various reasons. Sometimes I'm in the parks when he wants to record. Good morning, everyone. Ron, how many Bobs will it take to find the right one? Well, it takes 3 licks to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. So, and that's when you're cheating. So who knows? Who knows? They're recording. Beetlejuice. We can say. Let's see what happens if we say it 3 times. Why? Oh, this is really, really weird. I just noticed something very strange on my end. I don't know if it's coming out that way on your end. But my backdrop, it's like green screening all of the objects that are green. Is it doing that on your end? Like the Yoda's face, I just noticed that like Hulk is blue. I'm so curious. I gotta go look. I gotta go check. Hold on a second. Stay right here. I'm gonna leave the screen right here, guys. Let's. I'll put on some music so that you can listen. You say you're saying you don't see it on your end. It's so weird. I wish I could show you guys my screen. It's so funny on my end. I'm gonna put on some music and I'm gonna go check because it's just so funny looking. I have to take a look and see. I have to take a look and see what we're seeing out there. Okay, so I just looked and I did see it. It is going out that way. Yes, my Hulk is blue, and so is Grogu, and we have somebody new, Shaquille Shake. What is up? How are you doing, Shaquille Shake? Yeah, no, I know, Tom. I know. So I am going to do something funny here, and let me see if I can make this work. I'm going to switch. I'm going to see if I can go out of the studio, keep the show running, and come back in. What I need to do is check. Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. You're going to see it in just a second. I'm going to switch myself for myself. I'm going to swap out in just a second. And you're going to see. So give me a minute to swap. give me a minute to swap myself with myself, and we're going to fix this whole blue Hulk, blue Yoda thing. It's really funny. You got the background of Groot. I know why it's happening. It's because I used green screen last night, and I probably didn't turn off the green part of that feature. So I'm going to enter the studio here, and I'm going to turn off my screen for just a moment. Stop cam, and I'm going to mute myself. So it'll be quiet for just a minute. I know, right, Dylan? Hulk went a little Smurfy and Grogu too. Yeah. Let's see if I can get this changed. This is really funny. Yeah, I don't know why. And it's funny because obviously I'm not using a green screen. I don't have a green screen background. But it's a StreamYard thing. And I think it's hilarious, but I'm going to see if I can fix it too. So, all right. Okay. So you're going to see just my picture for a minute. Okay. There's me over there on the other side, and I'm going to switch myself out. And I am back. I'm back. Okay. Well, that was weird. At least there's plenty of time for everybody to come in and say good morning, good morning, good morning, RB, good morning. Back to normal. Yes, we fixed it. Hulk has dropped Mickey Mouse over here. Where is he? He's behind me somewhere. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's back there. Wow, that was we went from gray Hulk to green Hulk. No, we have no red Hulk here, so oh my goodness gracious me. Funny stuff. Sorry about that, guys. Oh my goodness. And we've got no going shogi this morning. Manny Uncanny, you're at the helm, Jeremy. You guys are my mods, so I appreciate all that you do. Tom F. And we've got our members in the chat, and everybody is back to normal. And you know what? I'm just gonna say it because honestly, us getting back to normal, that deserves another celebration. Here we go.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy.
Are we back? I think we're back. Oh my goodness gracious me. I see something in the chat. Tom F, member for 1 month. Party time. Celebrating 1 month of membership here on Follow the Bradleys Fun. And I am trying to find the right article to share. Share. I found this the other day in Business Something or Other. It was like a reprint. And let me see. 2024. It was a reprint. I'm trying to remember. It was a career timeline. Nope, that's April. That's January. That's not good. Let's try this one from the Post. This might have. All right. This one is a different article than what I shared the other day, but I found it. And hopefully we're good. Click off of that. One thing I do like about using the DuckDuckGo browser is that it don't have as many issues here. There is a whole separate video that has nothing to do. I've paused that so that we don't end up sharing that because I don't want to, but I'm going to make sure that we share the right thing. Oh, and OCDD93 has joined us. Good morning, OCDD93. In case you missed it, you missed all of my green creatures turning blue. Here's a story about a man named Bradley who was busy with a stream of his own. He was having lots of issues with his laptop and his phone. Yes, that is true. Here's a story. But yeah, a lot of that, Manny and Kenny, in case you don't know, a lot of that has to do with the fact that I did not have the normal prep time today because about 10 minutes until 9, I got a message from Pro asking me to be on a video. And we did that from 9 to 9:30, ended at 9:30. And so I didn't have time to set up what I was going to set up for this show, the prep, unfortunately, but that's okay. We are still here. We are still going, and we are working through any technical issues whatsoever, because that's part of the fun of doing live internet streams. It's different. I have, for example, I have no way of setting up ahead of time perhaps a series of questions to somebody that will make them look exactly like I want to. Let's say there's a really rotten person out there, but I want to make them look good. So I have the ability to set up a series of questions to that person to make them look phenomenal, even though they're a bloomin' whatever, you know? And on the other hand, there might be somebody who's great, who'd be fantastic, say fantastic as maybe a president for the country. But I want to make that doofus look like a doofus because I don't personally like him. So I want to set up questions ahead of time to make him look pigeonholed into a bad situation. I can't do that because I'm not one of those big networks like we might be talking about here today. All I can do is have a lot of fun sharing what it is that I am about to share. And this is going to be out of the New York Post. Let's hide that one. And I believe I can add this to the stage the way I want to. Yes, here it is. Bob Iger was called an, I don't know if I can use that word on the air, but you can read it right there. All right. By ex-Disney CEO Bob Chapek, whose wife griped he was Iger's lapdog. I hope he wasn't a lapdog in Springfield, Ohio, because Ohio is a really bad place to be a dog or a cat right now. Go figure. So we're gonna peruse this. Now, this has nothing to do with Bell Mauer. That was a separate article, but this is out of the New York Post by Ariel Zilber, published on September 9th, 2024. So this is very recent. And I want to get rid of that. Yes, here we go. Disney CEO Bob Iger was branded an ender of existences by the Mouse House's former boss, Bob Chapek, who griped that he was undermined by Iger as soon as he began his disastrous 3-year tenure as CEO. I don't even think, was it even 3 years? I don't think it lasted 3 years. Even as his wife accused him of being Iger's lapdog, according to a report. Now, lapdog is one thing. I would have said scapegoat, because that's really all he's been used for by Bob Iger, is a scapegoat. Chapek said, "I can't survive another 2 years of this," Chapek told his chief of staff just weeks after he was named chief executive in early 2020, noting that Iger is not going to leave. This is the most important quote of the entire article, noting that Iger is not going to leave. He'll be there, and that quote, he'll be there until he dies, end quote. The New York Times reported over the weekend. Arthur Bochner, Chapek's former chief of staff, was quoted as saying that Disney corporate offices on the 6th floor at his Burbank, California headquarters was a snake pit, and probably not the snake pit that Indiana Jones, the now Disney-owned character, fell in. I got to get some water here. So there's Bob Chapek with Minnie Mouse. Former Disney CEO Bob Chapek was undermined by his predecessor, according to a report. Chapek's stint as CEO unceremoniously ended in 2022 when his mentor orchestrated a boardroom coup. According to the report, Chapek realized he was in trouble almost immediately after he was elevated to the top role, particularly in light of the fact that Iger, who stepped down as CEO just before the coronavirus pandemic, was asked to stay on as creative director and executive chairman of the board. According to the Times, Iger, who had more than $100 million in unvested Disney stock options whose value he wanted to maintain, intended for Chapek to handle the more mundane tasks of the job while he maintained overall creative control of the company. But while Iger wanted Chapek to report him, Disney's board members nixed the idea, citing company bylaws which required the CEO to report directly to the board. Eventually, an awkward compromise was reached whereby Chapek was told he had to report to both Bob Iger and the board. What the heck? If you don't feel bad for Chapek in this situation, I feel like you've lost your humanity. Chapek didn't know that he was being used as the scapegoat. I think Iger knew the entire time. There's a lot of, when I read these articles, I see the back and forth and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it's really weird to me that there are still Iger shills out there in the world of YouTube. I was watching one yesterday that talked about decisions they still blame on Chapek that Chapek didn't make because he couldn't have. There were a couple of things that he was made to look like he botched. Okay, that's the whole point of Chapek's tenure as CEO, is that Iger needed somebody to put out there during all the messed up stuff that happened during the pandemic period. Iger needed somebody other than him because he knew that it would make him look bad. And unbelievably, there are still people out there in the world of social media that still buy into Iger's narrative. I don't know why they don't get this. Because I was actually working for the company at the time, I never did. I got it. I get it the whole time. I was a big a fan of Chapek. Although I will say this. In the end, if I could have had the deal that Chapek had, where they said, you're going to be fired and you're going to walk away with like $43 million, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take that deal. We'll take the deal. Am I allowed to buy park passes with it? Because it'd be pretty cool too. Iger also overruled Chapek's decision to furlough more than 90,000 theme park employees at the start of the pandemic, when governments restricted public gatherings due to the spread of coronavirus. Except that they did get furloughed. I know. I was one of them. We did get furloughed. Yeah. And we all knew what was going on. I mean, anybody with common sense that worked for the company, then we totally knew. When the Times columnist Ben Smith published a piece detailing how Iger reasserted control over the company, Chapek was furious, it was reported, believing that Iger leaked details to Smith. Chapek, who was referred to in the column as the new nominal chief executive, confronted his mentor by phone, telling him, "You've cut my legs out from under me." This was going on the entire time. Bob Chapek says, "I've never felt worse in my life." Iger, in turn, told several people he had never been treated with more disrespect by anyone in his entire life, according to the Times. The phone call essentially severed the relationship. Crazy. Chapek was also pilloried by key Disney shareholders such as Abigail Disney, granddaughter of company co-founder Roy Disney, for refusing to sign on to a petition circulated by Human Rights Campaign, an alphabet soup lobby group opposing controversial gender identity-related legislation in several states. When Disney employees lobbied Chapek to reverse the course, by the way, I was not one of those Disney employees. The CEO agreed, denouncing Florida's so-called we'll just say Florida Rights and Education Bill, because that's the actual name of the bill, Florida Rights and Education Bill, law that barred gender identity topics, to third graders, second graders, first graders, and other elementary school kids that were way too young to be hearing about bedroom issues. Disney board members thought Chapek went too far in the other direction, according to the Times, but leading Florida's Republican governor, Ron DeSantis, and his GOP-dominated state legislation into a fight with the company, which is actually what Iger wanted to have happen, because he set it up so that he could make Chapek look bad and eventually get him ousted, which is exactly what we know did indeed happen. So, yeah, that goes on. It was ridiculous. Sorry about commercial interruptions. You can just hit the skip on those. Manny Uncanny Morning, Jeremy. Oh, the Bud Files is in here now. Oh, did my wife come in? I think she did. Oh, Manny and Neba. Let's see who else is coming in the chat. We've had. I'm just scrolling up. Yeah, I know, Nita. I know. I'm just trying to go back and see. So we got yes, OCDD. We said hi to Manny and Kenny. We said hi to Nita is here, and good morning to Nita. And I saw where my wife came in. Where is she? Yeah, no, I do feel bad for Chapek too. Iger. I mean, Iger is a politician. That's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be president of the United States. There she is, my beautiful wife. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to my beautiful wife, Virginia Bradley, who is here. She's out and about, though. She is she's running some household errands. Thank you so much for that, baby. I appreciate that. Yeah, Abigail Disney is not exactly. It's really weird. There are definitely some things that I agree with Abigail Disney when it comes to how the cast members are treated financially. She agrees that cast members are underpaid, and I believe that when you're getting great cast members, those great cast members are underpaid. But here's what's happened lately. Now, the cast members coming into the company have followed along suit with the underpayment. And what the company has done is the company has lowered their standards for who they will hire, and they're hiring off of DEI checkboxes first. So, and I know this for an absolute fact, not only having worked there, but knowing people that are in the cast member casting department. They have checkboxes that they have to check before interviews of does this person use pronouns? Does this person, how do they identify? What is their background in race and culture and all these other things? Yeah, they go through all of those check boxes first to see if they'll be a fit with the company. It's a lot different than it used to be. There used to be a different type of a profile where they would first find out your merits. You took an evaluation. When I first got hired with the company, I had to take an evaluation online about how I would handle certain situations. Now that may still exist, but if it does, it is given far less importance as far as merit than the DEI checkboxes are given. Those are given far more importance. But the point that I wanted to make is that I did not get to finish this conversation. I believe it was on Monday. And Bob Iger never left. And I don't know what's going to happen now. Now there's the possible succession to Dana Walden. Dana Walden, for those of you that don't know, is tight with one Kamala Harris. So Dana Walden, far upper management at Disney, along with Bob Iger, their friends live in the same neighborhood in Brentwood, outside the Hollywood Hills, California. Very upper crust, very elitist neighborhood. Neighbors walk together, and Dana Walden is besties with Kamala, and Dana Walden is high up at the Disney company that also runs ABC. So, who do you think that the Disney company would love to have in the White House? Somebody that advocates for their company. If you don't think the mouse is trying to help a certain candidate get rehired after doing a poor job for the last 3.5 years, well, you'd be very wrong, because they definitely are. They are definitely in bed with that group. So that is kind of the point I was wanting to make, and that's where I was going. And Pro did a phenomenal video on that. If you haven't seen the Pro video, it's gotten well over 10,000 views. But definitely check out that WDW Pro video on the Bobs, the House of Mouse, and how they are using that not to cater to their guests, not to cater to Disney patrons of old. The vast majority of people, and by the way, there's a lot of people who love Disney and don't pay attention to any of this stuff, and they're trying to lead those people in a certain direction. But the vast majority of people that love Disney are traditional family people that love stories about the Disney princesses, like Cinderella, about good versus evil. Maleficent in Sleeping Beauty was literally right out of HE double hockey sticks. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. You remember. Disneyland starting salary is $24 now. I mean, you got to live in California, so I get it. But, man, it's ridiculous. So, anyhow, moving on to a different story. And again, Tom F., we're celebrating you, member for a month. And because of that, we are going to have a short celebration real quick. Let's do the short version.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect!
Oh, this is just the best of us, too. And Nita says, too many woke Californians on the board, and more than 26% of Disney is owned by BlackRock. I think you meant BlackRock, and Vanguard, super woke hedge funds that believe Marxism is a wonderful thing. You are not wrong. You are absolutely 100% correct, and they are inserting ESG and DEI into everything. Good morning. Sorry, I am late. I've been a bit under the weather. That's okay, but you did miss Blue Hulk and Blue Grogu and Blue Groot. That was funny. That's all you missed at the beginning. Go and Shogi. I was late myself this morning because I, in fact, had to record with Pro and recorded from 9 to 9:30. I don't know the title of that video, but it's going to come out later today on the WDW Pro show. So be sure to check that out. Yes, I knew you. I knew you went BlackRock. BlackRock, Vanguard, just not really great companies. Although I have heard that even they, because of the amount of money that investors have in them that could be dropping out if they don't change their own policies, may have to consider changing their own policies. Go and Shogi. Hi there. And now we're moving on to something else. And let me see if I can find what I'm looking for. I'm doing a search in the background. You don't see it going on. It's okay. It is okay. And we'll do this. And we'll do. All right. Are you guys ready? We can all say it together. I think we know what's going to happen. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. There he is. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. My son, my oldest son, and I went to see this guy the other day. Tuesday. Today's Thursday. So yesterday was 9/11, and I wanted to dedicate the show to 9/11. So I didn't really want to have anything about pop culture entertainment other than how it related to what happened on 9/11. So we talked about the parks, Disneyland, their closure, Disney World, how people handled that. And so I didn't want to cover this, but it was Tuesday that I saw the movie Beetlejuice. How many have seen it? If you're in the chat, you can let me know in the chat if you've seen Beetlejuice, or let me know if you plan to see it. Oh, thank you, Manny and Kenny. I appreciate that. Let me know if you plan to see it, or if not. Don't know that I can put a poll up in the chat. Do I have that possibility? Can I do that? Let me see here. Let me see if studio. I might be able to, if I'm in the right YouTube thing, I might actually be able to do it. I don't use this too often. But I think that I could potentially get a poll up here. I am also my own producer. So as my own producer, I have to do all of this stuff myself. Okay, I think I can do it here. Let's try it. Have you seen Beetlejuice Beetlejuice 2024? I want to say that's did that work? You guys seeing it? You guys seeing the poll on your end? All right, so Native Hawaiian says, as a Gen Xer, it's a 7. Okay, so I can go over here. Hit this yes, boom. Hey, that works over there. Okay, cool. Now I can monitor the poll. Nice. What are some of the other pictures? I want to see if there's a really good. Oh, this is funny. This one's funny. There we go. That's funny. It's Willem Dafoe's character is great in this movie, by the way. Really, really funny. So I want to tell you a little bit about my opinion. Dylan Soup says, I saw it, loved it for what it was. Manny on OCD 93 says, definitely going to go see it. Plan on seeing it next week. I won't give you any spoilers. There are a few minor surprises, says Goen Shogi says, I'm waiting for closer to Halloween, not in the mood for a movie like that yet, if it's still in theaters. Yeah, I would imagine that'll definitely be in theaters. It's pretty popular as far as I can tell. And it seems like it's going to be in theaters up until, I want to say, at least. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be showing through Halloween. It's a Halloween type movie. Why would it not show through Halloween? It might be in fewer screens, but I definitely think it's going to keep showing. And then Tom F says, yeah, it was okay. I liked parts, but they could have went a little darker. Ooh, darker. That's an interesting take. I thought they could have gone a little lighter. So I did not like it. Now let me qualify this. My son, 22-year-old son, he really enjoyed the movie, but he's never seen Beetlejuice, the first one. I liked it, but I did not like it as much as the first one. However, I will say that Jenna Ortega was fantastic. Jenna Ortega, to me, stole the movie even away from Michael Keaton, who of course was Beetlejuice, but I didn't feel like this one has any of the iconic lines. I don't think he dropped any iconic lines that are going to stick around like they did from the first Beetlejuice. So like the first Beetlejuice, you have you have the iconic lines like "I'm the ghost with the most, babe." I mean, like, you've been to Saturn? I've been to Saturn. Sandworms, you hate them, right? Or my one of my favorite iconic lines from the first movie is they're like, "So what are your qualifications?" He talks about all these things. "Oh well, let's see. I went to Juilliard." And he's rattling these things off, and then eventually he, of course, he says, "And I've seen Exorcist about 527 times, and it keeps getting better every single time I see it. So you tell me, am I qualified?" I love. I don't remember the whole line and rattle off a whole bunch of stuff, but there were just so many of those iconic, amazing, and awesome lines from the very first movie. And I, for one, my son and I were discussing it. Neither one of us could remember Jenna Ortega's character's name. I'm like, she's in it the whole movie, and I can't even remember her name. Lydia, I remember her name because it's Lydia Dietz. Thanks. The juice is loose, babe. Yeah. Astrid, thank you. I could, even now, I'm still probably going to forget. Kit Kat says there's an earthquake in Southern California. Are you okay? Going Shogi, are you good? Are you okay? I could have sworn he said, no, he did. It's showtime. I mean, the whole thing that he did at the end of Beetlejuice 1, very similar third act in a lot of ways. The third act was definitely the best act of this movie. And then you said you got the alert, but you didn't feel it. So hopefully everybody in the Southern California area, where it's experiencing, it could have been darker. Yes. Wow. So hopefully everybody's okay out there with the earthquake, and I'll have to check that out a little bit later. But yeah, overall, I enjoyed it. 7 of 10. I think that's a pretty good score. I wouldn't have scored it nearly as high as the first Beetlejuice movie. And my biggest surprise is that I actually missed the Alec Baldwin character. I missed the Maitlands. I can't stand Alec Baldwin on a personal level. His politics, his making fun of Trump, all that kind of stuff. It really just bothers the heck out of me. And of course, now he's gotten himself in some more serious trouble that apparently he's wiggled his way out of. That shouldn't have, but that's regardless. Regardless of that, interesting. 5.1 near Thousand Oaks. Good shocker. Be careful, because that could be a pre-earthquake to something bigger. So you guys take cover out there. Be careful. Mr. Fulton Whereas says, Saturday is my girlfriend Caitlin's 11th anniversary. First met in high school. Happy 11th anniversary, Mr. Fulton Whereas. So going on. So yeah, so it was fun. It was a fun movie, worth going to see one time at the theater. Not a repeat for me, and I will probably more likely watch the first, like the original Beetlejuice, the original Ghostbusters. These are fun movies to watch during the Halloween season for me. But because there were no characters in this movie that mirrored the story of the Maitlands from the first movie. They tried to do it with Jenna Ortega's character, like they crossed her bridge. There were a lot of indications, and I don't want to spoil anything, but there looked like indications that she was going to pass, have an accident or something. But when you go see the movie, you'll see what the supposed twist is. That is extremely, it's a twist that's not really a twist, because it's revealed immediately if you pick up on all the signs. I have not seen The Forge, and as far as I don't really have a desire to see The Forge. But yeah, overall, my review is that it's worth seeing. I am not like I don't break down all the critical elements of the movie because I'm not a critic. I'm just somebody that enjoys going to movies from time to time, a good popcorn flick or whatever. The biggest thing that my older son and I got out of it is that with our whole family, we want to go see as a family the new Sonic movie coming out, which we saw a trailer for before the movie, and I'm like, I know that my two brothers are going to love seeing that movie together, and that's what we're excited for is the new Sonic movie that comes out next year. The Gorge or Forge? What is this movie? I haven't even heard of it. The Gorge or the Forge? Apparently, it's great. I do want to see the Reagan movie, because I'm a big fan. Well, Nancy and I we would like to invite you to come see our movie, and it's going to be great in the theater because I'm an actor and I was the president, and that's the thing that we want to share with you today. Yep. So yeah, Chris Gore talked me out of Beetlejuice in his video, but Erica convinced me to give it a shot. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's worth going to see in the theater. Just don't have the expectations. It's not as fun and upbeat as the first movie was. I thought Beetlejuice 1 was more fun and upbeat, and this movie had a darker tone to it, but apparently some people would like it to have been even more dark. The Reagan movie apparently was wonderful. I know Nina saw it, and I'm excited to see that movie. I definitely want to see it. Guys, thank you so much for joining our show today. Again, before we leave here, we want to do one more celebration. Tom F. has been a member for a month, and I want to go celebration long on this one.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I will go so crazy.
Well, the earthquake wasn't coming from here, so it wasn't us that moved the world today, but hopefully we moved you towards a little more enlightenment and enjoyment and fun, because that's what we do here. Follow the Bradley's fun. But now follow us over to Culture Casino. But before you do, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. Click the notification bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads and live streams and everything we do here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. If you're watching this on the replay, be sure and please do leave a comment on your way out the door. Replay gang or whatever else you want to comment. We want to thank you so much for coming in today. And until next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao.